there are total 2 learning objectives, and this is 2-week topic, right? So इसके learning objective पे बिल्कुल नहीं जाना. There is a lot which you need to learn in this topic. So first learning objective is use language. Acha, why they are saying use language notation? Because this is a new topic, and you know every concept or every you can say branch in mathematics, they are having vocabulary words which we are going to use. Like आप देखें statistics में there are typical words which you use जो बाकी मैथ्स के टॉपिक्स में नहीं यूज होते, जैसे पाई चार्ट्स हैं या आप कहते हैं एवरेज है, मीन है, मोड है. सो ये बाकी मैथ्स के किसी और साइड पे यूज नहीं होते. Similarly, sets and Venn diagrams, set notation basically is the name of the chapter. Set notation is another branch of maths. It's a different way of writing numbers, right? So that's why we are having a particular language and notation which we need to learn. ठीक है, एक बिल्कुल नई चीज आप सीखने जा रहे हैं. So you need to learn that as well. So Venn diagrams to represent different types of set, and then and their elements, and they have listed some of the sets which are finite, infinite, empty, singleton, and universal sets. Okay, I will explain them to you one by one. Okay, so then there is another learning outcome which is identify and differentiate between equal and equivalent sets, disjoint and overlapping. Okay, so I will tell you what they are. So these are the only learning outcomes. Okay, this topic is the first topic, which is from NSM2. You can see here, which is NSM2 8th edition, and it is chapter 12 of that. Okay, so this book also I will share with you so that you can see what are the different questions. Okay, so today, before going into this, let me explain to you what is set notation. Okay, so please pay attention. Mohit, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So सबसे पहले हमने ये देखना है कि what is set notation, क्या definition है इसकी. ठीक है, so set notation is basically another way of writing numbers. ठीक है, so for example when you write number in a set, so you use curly brackets. पहली चीज आपने ये देखनी है कि whenever we write numbers in a set, so we will use curly brackets. ठीक है, so curly brackets to be used. ठीक है, you are familiar with these brackets already. ठीक है, where you have used these brackets?
Ma'am, in first time while doing the board math questions.
All right, very good. When doing the board math questions, so sets are always written in curly brackets. We cannot write, जैसे हम coordinates लिखते हैं, तो we always write coordinates in small brackets. Coordinates जब हम लिखते हैं, तो हम क्या करते हैं, हम ऐसे लिखते हैं ना, coordinates 3 2. So हम हमेशा small brackets use करते हैं. ठीक है, so but in set notation we will always use curly brackets.
Ma'am, we also use curly brackets when we are writing the sample space for probabilities in the probabilities chapter.
Excellent, excellent. और आपको याद होगा हम we call it we also call it a set. हम उसे क्या कहते हैं, set of all possible values, ऐसे कहते हैं ना हम. So actually you have used these curly brackets somewhere else also. अगर आपके ज़हन में अभी नहीं आ रहा तो it will come when I will write down some examples of sets. So you are familiar with sets already. You have used sets where in the questions definitely. And as Zainab is saying, when we are writing probability में जब हम sample space लिखते हैं तो we call it set of possible values. Probability में जब हम ऐसे लिखते हैं ना, for example, तो हम कहते हैं set of possible values. So we use this word over there also. ठीक है, actually that is also a set. ठीक है, ये actually set है, यही वाला set जो हम पढ़ने लगे. ठीक है, so एक तो आपने curly brackets use करनी. Second, between the elements आपने comma use करना है. ठीक है, just like you did in the sample space of probability. ठीक है, so between the elements there would be a comma. ठीक है, ये दो चीजें आपने याद रखनी है. There would be a comma. ठीक है, so elements are separated by commas in between. ठीक है, so for example if I write down a set A, set of vowels, for example. So if I want to write down set of vowels, so how I'm going to write down, I will write down curly brackets because I know I need to use curly brackets for that. And how I'm going to write down A, so, and the space should be comma E,
comma O.
I, O, and
You're not audible.
so sorry for that. It was because of the call maybe. Acha, A, E, I, is it, or am I audible now? O,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, U. Okay, so this is how we are going to write down set of vowels, right? So this is the first thing you should know. All right, so how to write a set. Now the second thing, what is a set, right? So let me clear this. So definition of set is very interesting. We write down the definition with 2 keywords of maths. So set is basically collection of objects. Collection of objects, but what kind of objects are they? So they are distinct, and unique. objects. Okay? So whenever we define set, we say set is a collection of distinct and unique object. So what do you understand with this word distinct? So what do you understand by this word distinct?
It's
Ma'am, it is like
important.
a little different from other things. It's not has the same, like it's different from the other types of collection of
All
objects.
right. So distinct and just give me a minute.
Targeted.
Let me confirm the second word. I have opened NSM2. Let me just take the second word. Should not be unique. It should be something else. Just give me a minute. So 12th chapter. It's the last chapter of the book. Chapter 12. Well defined, sorry. Distinct and well defined. Unique में वही मतलब आ रहा है जो distinct में आ रहा है. The second word is well defined. Unique is same as actually. ठीक है? So the two keywords are distinct and well defined. ठीक है? So distinct का मतलब, as Zainab is saying, distinct means unique actually, right? So like for example, देखो unique का मतलब ये है कि there should not be any repetition. ठीक है? So distinct means no repetition. ठीक है? So while writing set, this is very important and students make this mistake often. Like for example, if you want to write down a set and somehow after, combining two sets, for example, so there is a repetition like this, like 1, 2, 2, 3, and 4. So this is wrong. According to the definition of set, the elements of set should be distinct. Distinct mean that there should not be any repetition. So this 2 should be only coming once. So when there is, overlapping or you are combining two sets, so you cannot write a number twice. ठीक है, ये rule है. this set में repetition नहीं होती. Even if the number is coming 2 times, so you should be writing that number only once. ठीक है? So there should not be any repetition in the set. ठीक है? So that's why we are saying set is a collection of distinct elements. ठीक है? So now the second keyword is well defined. So what do you think is well defined? What does this keyword mean? Well defined.
It's mean a concept, a term, or a rule is clearly explained.
Excellent, which is
Easy,
very clear, right? So which is clear to
and
everyone.
it's easy to understand because of the
That's right.
and used with and it is used with the straightforward language.
In straight language. The meaning is clear to everyone. It's well defined, right? Whatever meaning, if I call a name of a set, whatever meaning Abrish is getting, the same meaning should be like Mohit should also be getting the same meaning. For example, Mohit, आप मुझे बताएं, if I say set of uh, days of week, so do you know what are the elements of this set?
Ma'am, can I tell?
I was expecting Mohit to answer. Mohit, can you tell me what are the elements of this set? Set of days of week. जल्दी से बताएं.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
नहीं, days of the week. Days of the week.
Ma'am, can I
Monday,
tell?
जी. Monday, Tuesday,
Wednesday,
Thursday,
Thursday, Friday,
Friday,
Saturday, Sunday.
and Saturday, Sunday. So we all are very clear. देखो, I'm asking Mohit, लेकिन Abrish is very clear. What are the elements of this set, right? Zainab is also very clear. What are the elements of this set? So Abrish, can you tell me what are the elements of this set? Set of colors of rainbow. Colors of rainbow. Do you know what would be?
Purple,
All right. So purple.
red,
Then there is red. Then
orange,
orange. So we know there are 7 colors, right? We
Blue,
know, we
blue.
all know blue. 4 हुए.
indigo,
What? Indigo. 5.
no, 1 minute.
Ma'am, green.
Green and yellow.
Yes, yellow.
Yellow. I'm not sure they are correct or not, but I'm writing it. So these are the 7 colors of rainbow. Okay. So same is the case if I write down, for example, now Zainab, you can tell me what if I write down, let's say, set of prime numbers.
Ma'am, you are correct. I said it.
All
Ma'am,
right.
1.
1
No,
is
not
1
1.
prime number?
No, ma'am,
Not
no.
1.
2,
Not
Ma'am,
1.
2,
2,
5,
G,
3, 3,
3,
5,
5,
7,
7,
7,
9 is not prime, then 11. And
11,
can we write down
13,
all the
13.
can we write down all the prime numbers? We
13.
cannot. So what we are going
Yes,
to
ma'am.
do? We will put these 3 dots to show
Dots.
that this is an infinite set, right?
Yes,
We
ma'am.
cannot write down all the. पहले तो 2 sets से there were 7 elements we were able to write down, but now there are infinite elements. So we will be using these 3 dots, right, to show that there are more prime numbers, but we have listed only 6 of them, right? So these are well defined. Now let's try to see what are the sets which are not well defined. So not well defined, like not well defined would be those sets that meaning is not clear, you know. For example, if I say best movies of year 2026, so what will happen? So will the answer be same for all of us? Best movies of year
No, ma'am.
2026?
No, ma'am.
So no, because it depends on your choice, your interest, you know. So the answer is not well defined because this is not same for everyone, right? So it is different for Moeed, different for Zainab, different for Abrish, you know. So same is the case. For example, if I say best, the let's say naughty student of the class. Student of the class. So do you think even for if there are 6 teachers teaching you, so still this will not be same for all of you, you know. Even if we say best student in the subject, best student in your
There are
subject.
different people in there are different students that are best in any subject.
That's right. Sometimes, you know, if a teacher complains me, or as a class teacher, some teacher told me, oh, this student is not doing well in my subject. And I am so surprised because that student is doing so well in maths, you know. And I'm like, this kid, really? Homework nahi karta? Halaki mera homework ya mera classwork, he's the first one to do because he liked the subject more. ठीक है? और दूसरे पसंद नहीं है. So it's different for everyone. ठीक है? So same is the case for the students as well. If somebody asks you guys, who is the best teacher for you? So that is also, you know, uh, that is different for everyone, you know. So these are the sets which are not well defined. So हम इन्हें sets नहीं कहते because sets should be a thing which should be very clear to everyone. ठीक है? So ये चीजें set नहीं होती. So book में एक question होता था, I hope it is still there, in which they are asking you कि tell this is a set or this is not a set. ठीक है? So ये उसको हम देख लेते हैं अभी. ठीक है? Is it clear till this point, Moeed, Abrish and Zainab? Are we clear?
Yes.
The
Yes,
set is
ma'am.
ठीक है, set is
Yes, ma'am.
distinct and it is well defined. ठीक है? So and we denote set with the curly brackets by putting commas in the middle. All right. So now let's talk about different ways of writing. So I'm basically concluding this whole with a discussion, different ways of writing set. Okay. So there are 3 ways in which you can write down the set. Okay. For example, first way is in words. ठीक है? So जैसे हम अभी लिख रहे थे, आपने देखा होगा कि how I'm writing a set. So I was writing set of vowels. ठीक है? So sometimes आपको question में set words में लिखा हुआ मिलेगा, set of vowels. ठीक है? So or for example, first 5 multiples of let's say 7. ठीक है? So और जैसे मैंने पहले लिखा था days of the week. ठीक है? So this is how we are writing set in words, you know, just by saying few words we are defining a set of natural numbers. अब देखें, अब आपको समझ आएगी कि आप ऑलरेडी सेट से फेमिलियर थे, आपको नेचुरल नंबर्स पता है, सो दैट इज आल्सो अ सेट. ठीक है? रियल नंबर सिस्टम इज रियल नंबर्स आर आल्सो सेट. ये मैथ्स में सेट है, सेट ऑफ होल नंबर्स, सेट ऑफ इंटीजर्स, सेट ऑफ रैशनल नंबर्स. ठीक है? सो ये सारे भी सेट हैं. और आपने नोटिस किया होगा कि जब हम नेचुरल नंबर्स को लिखते हैं तो हम उनको इस तरह लिखते हैं 1 2 विद अ कर्ली ब्रैकेट एंड सो ऑन. सो ये बेसिकली आप सेट ही लिख रहे होते थे. ठीक है? So this is one way of writing set when you write set in words. ठीक है? So second is which you have just seen using curly brackets. So that is called by listing the elements. Okay, so second way of writing a set is by listing the elements of set. Okay, by listing the elements of sets. For example, just like we have done, अगर मैं यही ऊपर वाले sets को by listing the elements करूँ, so how I'm going to write down the first one, set of vowels, or I'm going to write down A, E, I, O, U. ठीक है? So second is
Yes.
set of first 5 multiples of 7. So what are the elements of this set? First 5
Ma'am,
multiples of 7.
7, 14,
14, 21,
21, 24,
then 28, and then
28,
and then Moeed and
30,
Zainab, then 35. 35. ठीक है? So these are the 5 elements of this set. First 5 multiples of 7. Right? Third element हमने पहले लिखा है days of the week. वही Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. ठीक है? Natural numbers I've already listed now. ठीक है? So this is the second way of writing set. How? By writing the elements, by listing the elements of that set. Right? So there is another way of writing set. अब ये आपके लिए शायद नया हो और इसकी अपनी एक लैंग्वेज है इस way, that is set notation form. The third way is set notation form. Okay. So third way of writing is set notation form. Set notation form. सेट नोटेशन फॉर्म में आप कैसे लिखते हैं? फॉर एग्जांपल आई वांट टू राइट डाउन A set is, अब इसको ऐसे लिखते हैं x such that x belongs to n क्या होता है? नेचुरल नंबर्स, एंड x is less than 10. ठीक है, अब देखिए इसमें कुछ सिंबल यूज हुए हैं, उन सिंबल्स को आप कैसे बोलते हैं? आप पढ़ते हुए मैंने इसको कैसे बोला? मैंने इसको बोला है x such that. So we are defining this set through a variable x. ठीक है, और हम ये कह रहे हैं कि a is equal to x, but x belongs to n. So this is the first notation. इसकी जगह पे we can use colon also. ठीक है, sometimes books में colon भी use कर सकते हैं slash की जगह पे. So this is such that. ठीक है, so this e is basically belong to. ठीक है, this is and, और ये तो inequality का साइन है, less than. ठीक है, so ये तीन जो साइन है, first three, they are used for sets only. ठीक है, and this is how we are going to read it. So now if I write down element form of this set, so I know कि x belongs to n, इसका मतलब है x is natural number and x is less than 10. So I will write down a के elements क्या होंगे? Natural number है तो 1 से start हो, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. Why 10 will not be coming?
Because we need the number less than 10.
Because it is less than 10. ठीक है, and why we are starting from 1, Mohit? Or Zainab, why we are starting?
These are natural numbers.
Because these are natural numbers. Because x is a natural number. अगर यहाँ पर n की जगह w होता तो then we can start with 0. ठीक है, so this is how you define a set through set notation form. Set notation form की हम कुछ और examples भी कर लेंगे. ठीक है बच्चे? So there are 3 ways of writing a set. Is it clear?
Ma'am, I don't understand the set notation form.
अच्छा, all right. So set notation form is another way of writing set. देखिए आप curly brackets are still there. This is another way of writing. So let me show you maybe from the book or from the worksheet. Let me show you this one. Book से दिखा देती हूँ so that we have variety of examples. Probability इसके शुरू में होगा. ये देखें, ठीक है. There are 3 ways of, ये देखें. Can you see? Describing a set. Describing a set means how you write a set, right? So there are 3 ways. First is describing in words. Can you see that? Describing in words. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि first way of writing a set is when you write set in words. Which example they are giving you? They are giving you example set of positive even integers less than 10. This is how you write in words. Okay. So second way is listing the elements, right? और इसकी example उन्होंने आपको ये दे दी 2 4 6 8. ठीक है, उसी example को उन्होंने set form में लिख दिया. अब देखिए describing in set notation. Set notation में अब आप देखेंगे उसी तरह लिखा हुआ है x such that x कॉलन लिखा हुआ है ना. कॉलन मींस कॉलन को हम क्या पढ़ते हैं? Such that. तो हम इसको कैसे रीड करेंगे? x such that x is a positive even integer less than 10. ठीक है, इन्होंने बल्कि ये नीचे लिखा हुआ भी है x is such that या x such that x is positive integer less than 10. ठीक है बेटे, this is how you are going to write down. Don't worry, it's a new way, especially the third way of writing. It's a totally new way of writing set. ठीक है, so it's okay if you still don't get it. We will do, हमने इसको at least 3 to 4 lessons में करना है. So we will keep reading these kind of sets. ठीक है, आपको eventually ये याद हो जाएगी बात. ठीक है, अच्छा, now this is very interesting that in sets order does not matter. ठीक है, so ये आपने एक point याद रखना है कि order does not matter in set. ठीक है, so for example if you write down a set as 1 2 3, ठीक है, और another set as 3 1 2. ठीक है, so set में basically order matter नहीं करता, कौन पहले लिखा जा रहा है कौन बाद में लिखा जा रहा है, it does not matter. So they are both equal sets. अब I'm using this word equal set. So this is the first type of set, equal set. So can you help me defining with the, मैंने आपको एक example दिया, can you help me defining what are the equal sets when the two sets are equal?
When the numbers are same or the elements are same in the
number of elements
are same
and actually elements and the values
and the values of the elements are
number
same.
And the values are same, right? The numbers are also same. Both sets are having 3 elements and the elements itself are same. There is 1 here also, 3 here also, 2 here also. Okay, so equal sets are those sets when the number and the values both are same. Okay, so now what are the equivalent sets? Equivalent,
Ma'am, that both sets are equal. equal to each other.
They are equal नहीं कह सकते. Equivalent sets क्या होते हैं? When the two sets are equivalent. So equivalent. So just like I told my students, just like fractions, जैसे हम fractions कहते हैं ना, equal fractions क्या होती हैं? Which are exactly equal. और equivalent fractions क्या होती हैं? जो exactly equal नहीं होती. Equivalent sets. Equivalent sets वो sets होते हैं when the number of elements are same. ठीक है, but the values can be different. ठीक है, just like equivalent fraction में हम कहते हैं the meaning is same but the numbers can be different. So यहाँ पर number of elements are same but the values can change, values can differ. ठीक है, for example one set is let's say 3 to 1 and the other set is let's say AEI. So now both sets are having 3 elements but the values are different but they are still equivalent sets. ठीक है, because उनका size एक जितना है, इस तरह याद रखें. ठीक है, so equal sets are exactly same, equivalent sets are not exactly same but their size is same, number of elements are same. ठीक है, so let's start with the first. Let's start solving the questions from the worksheet first. ठीक है, ताकि आपको बहुत ज़्यादा SNO में बहुत ज़्यादा, because there is a lot in set notation but I want you to apply those concepts also. So let's see this one. This is the only worksheet in the chapter. Rest of the questions we need to do from the book. So we are going to do the second question. First question मैं आपको तब कराऊंगी जब when we will do Venn diagrams, right? So second question is write down the elements of the following statement sets. ठीक है, the set is given in the word form. ठीक है, आपने इसको element form में लिखना है, right? So set A is if set A contains the squares of the first 5 whole numbers. So now squares of the first 5 whole numbers. Square लेने से पहले मुझे पहले ये बताएं, what are the first 5 whole numbers? First 5 whole numbers. 0 1
0 1 2 3 4
and 4.
Right? अब हमने इनके squares लिखने हैं. So now we are going to write down the elements of set. So can you help me in writing squares of
The square of 0 is 0.
0. Square of 1 is
1.
1.
4.
2 square is 4.
4.
3
9.
square is 9. And
16.
16.
12.
So these are the elements of 16, 4 square. Okay? So these are the elements of set A. Because it is written set A contains square of the first 5 whole numbers. Now let's write down set B. So you need to tell me one by one, okay? If set B contains cubes of first 3 even natural numbers. So Mohit, आपने मुझे बताना है, what are first 3 even natural numbers? First 3 even natural numbers. Mohit, even natural numbers.
Even natural 2 4 and 6.
2 4 and 6, but we need to take cubes of these numbers. So B में कौन से elements होंगे? What are the cubes of these 3?
Now can I tell?
4 16 and 36.
Cube.
Oh,
What is 2 cube?
8
8
64
64 and 6 cube
And
is
216.
very good, 216. So now bete Zainab, you can tell me set C, if set C contains the natural numbers up to 10. So what are the elements of C? Natural numbers up to 10.
1
Hmm.
2
That's right.
3 4 5
5.
6 7
That's right.
8
8 9
9 and 10.
up to 10 and 10 also, right? Very good. So up to 10 means 10 tak, like up to means like till this point. Very good. So now just look at the fourth one. If set D contains whole numbers between 20 and 40, all divisible by 4. So there are 2 conditions. Whole numbers, 3 conditions actually. Whole numbers between 20 and 40 and divisible by 4. So what are the elements of set D? 20 to 40, all divisible by 4. But between है तो 20 और 40 तो नहीं आएगा. So what would be the first element of this set? 20 तो नहीं आ सकता because between है. 24, very good. So then
28.
Then
32
32, very good.
and 36
36. Then 40 cannot also come because it is written between 20 and 40. So like between 20 and 40. So 20 and 40 will not come, right? So now the E part. Set E. If E contains the even natural numbers between 13 and 23. So even natural numbers. E mein, even natural numbers. Even natural numbers between 13 and 23. 14.
16
16,
16,
18,
very good,
20
20,
and
20 and
22,
and
22.
22, very good. So even natural numbers between these two. Actually, you might have noticed that we write down name of the set with capital letter. ठीक है? And if you're writing like जैसे हमने vowels लिखे, so we use small letters to write the elements of a set. अगर हमने कहीं पे alphabets लिखना है, ठीक है? So this is also जैसे algebra में there are many rules which you need to follow. So ये एक rule है जो आपने याद रखना है कि set का नाम हमेशा हम capital letters से use करते हैं. And if we are writing alphabets as an elements of that set, so वो हम हमेशा small letters में लिखते हैं. आपने देखा होगा मैंने A E O U जो vowels लिखे थे वो मैंने हमेशा किस तरह लिखे थे with small letters. This is the rule. ठीक है? Unless it's not given otherwise. ठीक है बेटे? So now let's go to the third question. Third question is that define if the following sets are equal or equivalent. अभी हमने equal और equivalent की definition पढ़ी थी. मोहित आप जल्दी से मुझे बता दें what are equal sets? मोहित what are
Ma'am,
equal sets? जी जैनब आप बता दें जी बेटे.
Ma'am, the element are also same and the number
Ma'am, the element,
are
the
also
number
same.
of and element and the value of element are same.
Very good. Numbers and values both are same. ठीक है? वही same elements होने चाहिए. Number of elements should also be same. What are equivalent sets?
Ma'am, in which the number of elements are same but the values are different.
Very good. Only numbers are same. ठीक है? Only numbers of elements are same. So now you need to tell me one by one, keeping in mind this definition, what about set A? So who will tell me? Let's say, Abrish, you can tell me. What about set A and B? Are they equal or equivalent?
Ma'am, they are equal.
They are equal, you know. Four number of elements are 4 and they're all same. यहाँ पे भी 2 4 6 8 है, यहाँ पर भी 2 4 6 8. So set A and B are equal sets. ठीक है? So Mohit, you can tell me what about set C and D? Are they equal or equivalent?
Can I tell?
Zainab, I'm going to ask the last part. जी Mohit?
Ma'am, आप अपना कैमरा ऑफ ऑन करिए, आपकी स्क्रीन ब्लरी है.
Sorry?
Your screen is blurry.
Oh, you need to tell me earlier, you know.
No, ma'am, it's clear.
So ये it's clear now. It's because your net is slow, maybe Mohit. अच्छा Mohit, I'm asking you, set C or D equivalent है या equal है? Set C and set D जल्दी से बताएं. Equal है और equivalent है?
Equal.
नहीं, equal तो नहीं है.
Equivalent.
Equivalent है. क्यों equivalent है मोहित? देख के क्या लग रहा है क्यों equivalent है? Because the number of elements are 3. लेकिन the elements are actually not same. Equivalent sets वो होते हैं जिनके elements number of elements same होते हैं लेकिन यहाँ पर value same ही. अच्छा, what if the D is having 4 also? फिर क्या होगा? अगर D के elements होते 1 2 3 4 फिर क्या होता? Equal नहीं. अब्रिश और जैनब आप मुझे बताएं, मोहित का ध्यान नहीं है मेरी तरफ बिल्कुल भी. अगर यहाँ पर 4 होता तो फिर ये दो सेट C और D इक्वल होते या इक्विवेलेंट?
मैम, ये दोनों ना होते.
फिर दोनों ना
दोनों
होते
होते।
क्योंकि इवन नंबर ऑफ वैल्यूज आर नॉट सेम. ठीक है, फिर ये इक्विवेलेंट भी ना होते. इक्विवेलेंट होने के लिए एटलीस्ट नंबर ऑफ वैल्यू साइज तो सेम होना चाहिए ना. अगर साइज भी सेम नहीं होगा तो फिर इक्विवेलेंट भी नहीं होंगे. ठीक है, सो लास्ट पार्ट में जैनब आप मुझे बताएं, वन सेट इज रिटन इन सेट नोटेशन फॉर्म x such that x is a prime number less than 10. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हमने इसको एलिमेंट फॉर्म में लिखना है. व्हाट आर द प्राइम नंबर्स लेस देन 10?
मैम 2
Hmm.
5
2 3
3
3
5
5
5 and
7 7
7, right? So these are the
Yes.
prime numbers less than 10, and set F is also 2 3 5 7. So are they equal sets or equivalent sets?
मैम they are equal.
They are
They're
equal
equal.
sets. ठीक है, just they are written in two different ways. One is the listing the element way and another is the set notation way of writing set. ठीक है, इनको दो different तरीके से लिखा गया है but the values are same, so they are equal sets, right? So
Ma'am, now I understand the set notation.
you understand the set notation? Set notation
Yes,
में there are
ma'am, I
many
also
ways, you know.
understand.
All right, so there are many ways in which you can write down. ठीक है, सो सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज जो स्टूडेंट्स के लिए होता है ना इन सेट नोटेशन चैप्टर, इस चैप्टर में वो यही है कि वो जब लिस्टिंग द एलिमेंट करते हैं वो उसमें मिस्टेक कर देते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल दे आर सेइंग फर्स्ट 3 इवन नेचुरल नंबर्स, सो दे विल राइट डाउन दीस वैल्यूज रॉन्ग. ठीक है, सो यू कैन सी देयर आर मेनी कॉन्सेप्ट्स. अब देखो 5 होल नंबर्स, अब अगर आपको पता ही नहीं है होल नंबर्स क्या है तो यू कैन नॉट राइट डाउन द फर्स्ट द एलिमेंट्स ऑफ दिस सेट, राइट? आपको अगर यही नहीं पता स्क्वायर्स और क्यूब्स कैसे लेते हैं, ये क्या होते हैं, ये यू कैन नॉट राइट डाउन करेक्टली. ठीक है, सो इसमें जितने भी मैथ्स के कॉन्सेप्ट है ना डिफरेंट छोटे छोटे वो सारे यूज किए जा सकते हैं. So that is a challenge maybe. So now let's talk about different types of sets. जैसे इन्होंने हमें कहा कि कौन कौन से सेट्स आपको आने चाहिए. उन्होंने आपको कहा आपको पता होना चाहिए व्हाट इज फाइनाइट सेट, व्हाट इज इनफाइनाइट सेट, व्हाट इज एम्प्टी सेट, व्हाट इज सिंगलटन सेट. सो लेट्स डिफाइन दैट. छोटे छोटे से कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं. सो लेट्स डिफाइन डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ सेट्स. ठीक है. सो सबसे पहले आपको ये पता होना चाहिए व्हाट इज एन एम्प्टी सेट. नाम से पता चल रहा है वैसे. व्हाट इज एन एम्प्टी सेट?
When which has no
Ma'am, with no
element.
number or value.
That's right,
No
when there is no
element.
number, no element, right? So no element in set. For example, अगर आपको कोई कहे for example day starting with letter
P.
starting with letter B, for example B, right? So
Yes.
there is no day which is starting with B, so this would be an empty set. अच्छा, in two ways we can write down empty set. Empty set को लिखने का एक तरीका ये है कि we just leave these curly brackets empty. Mohit, are you paying attention?
Yes, ma'am.
And is the screen blurry or can you see it fine now? Is it fine? Acha, it's clear now. So this is one way of writing an empty set. That curly brackets में we don't write anything. ठीक है? Another way is using this symbol. ये आपको अक्सर जगहों पे नजर आएगा. This is another way of writing empty set. इस तरह या इस तरह कई books में लिखा जाता है. ठीक है? This is another way of writing empty set. ठीक है? So this is wrong. This is wrong. Why? These two are correct ways, but this is wrong way. Why?
Ma'am, both means the same.
Both meaning the same.
No, like this is correct way of writing an empty set, that you leave the
Yes,
curly brackets
ma'am.
empty.
Ma'am, because
This is
we're
another way.
basically writing two times empty set.
Yes,
Because they
ma'am.
both mean the same.
The both means the same.
So basically, in this, the problem is that you are writing this as an element of this set. अगर आप इस तरह लिखते हैं ना, तो वो जो empty set का symbol है ना, वो इसका element बन जाता है. This is how you write down. अगर मैंने singleton set लिखना है, singleton का नाम से आपको पता चल रहा हो शायद. What is singleton? Singleton is the set with
One element.
one element, right? So one element, set with one element. So actually ये आपने singleton set बना दिया. ठीक है? So ये आपने singleton set बना दिया. आपने उस sign को as a element उसके अंदर लिख दिया है. So this will not be an empty set now. This will be a singleton set with this empty sign as an element of the set. ठीक है? तो this is wrong way of writing. अगर आप ऐसे लिखते हैं तो आपको इसके marks नहीं मिलते. ठीक है? So one element of set, for example, let's say a number which is neither prime nor composite. A number neither prime nor composite.
One.
So what will be element? That's right. ठीक है?
One.
So many a time, so only one. ठीक है? So many a time the sets are having single element. ठीक है? जैसे for example, month of year.
days.
For
28
example,
days.
with 28 days. Excellent.
Every.
So only Feb can come. ठीक है? बाकी कोई month नहीं आ सकता. सिर्फ February can come. So single element. There are many ways in which you can write down. ठीक है? So even we are writing very generic or well defined set. ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि students of grade 7, age less than, let's say, what is the usual age of grade 7 students?
11 to 10.
12.
12.
So less than 12. ठीक है? Mostly 12 होगी या 12 से ज्यादा होगी, like इस तरह कुछ. ठीक है? So और भी बहुत सी चीजें हो सकती हैं. ठीक है? A student in the class who can speak more than 3 languages. So there might be some students. So ये बहुत से sets बन सकते हैं. देखो, set is not ये अभी तो हम बहुत ही well defined sets की बात कर रहे हैं, लेकिन actually sets are very broad, having very broad definition. आप कोई भी set बन सकते हैं. और sets की सबसे बड़ी जो real life implementation है ना, वो games है. Games के अंदर sets की base पे आप देखें सारी games चलती. For example, if you are playing a game, उसके अंदर जो भी, जैसे मोहित आपको ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट होगा, उसके अंदर जितने भी for example क्या कह सकते हैं, what powers you get, for example, that is a set defined in the game. ठीक है? Same is the case, for example, different dressing हो सकती है, different characters हो सकते हैं. ठीक है? उनकी मुख्तलिफ sets हो सकते हैं powers के, उनकी और चीजें. ये सारे sets के form में लिखे जाते हैं. ठीक है? For example, now if a player Abrish is one player, so what are the choices Abrish has picked? Which you can say which character she has chosen for the game? What are the add-ons he have done? So ये सारे sets की base पे काम करते हैं. ठीक है? मैथ्स में इसकी बहुत बड़ी इंप्लीकेशन है. और सेट इतने छोटे नहीं है जितने हमें नजर आ रहे हैं. मतलब हम ये नहीं सोच सकते सिर्फ सेट नंबर्स के हो सकते हैं, सेट सिर्फ अल्फाबेट्स के हो सकते हैं, सेट्स हर चीज के हो सकते हैं. ठीक है? फॉर एग्जांपल यू कैन राइट डाउन द सेट्स ऑफ डिशेस यू आर मेकिंग इन योर किचन. ठीक है? सो सेट्स जो है ना, वो सेट ऑफ चाइनीज डिशेस. ठीक है? सो सेट्स ऑफ कलर ऑफ रेनबो. सो सेट्स आर नॉट ओनली नंबर्स, दे कैन बी रियल सेट ऑफ बॉयज इन 6th क्लास. ठीक है? सो टीचर्स इन द स्कूल, English teachers teaching in city school. So जो चीज भी आप सोच सकते हैं ना रियल लाइफ में, वो सारी सेट की फॉर्म में लिखी जा सकती हैं. ठीक है? अच्छा, now the next is empty और singleton हमने कर लिया. Next is finite and infinite. So you know already with the definition, हमने लिखा भी है एक finite और infinite set. So one is finite set, another is infinite set. So what would be a finite set?
Ma'am,
What
it's
would be
like
a
ends like the days of the week, like it ends there
days
on
of the
only
week?
7.
That's right. So number of elements are limited or countable.
Days of the ma'am, date of the months.
That's right. So number of elements are limited, you know. उनकी एक हद है. For example, जैसे आप कह रहे हैं days of the month, days
Days
of
of the
month,
week,
days of the week. ठीक है?
colors of the
So
rainbow.
colors in the rainbow. ठीक है? For example, a set of natural numbers. नहीं ये तो finite नहीं. अच्छा. For example, numbers, even numbers. अभी हमने देखा even numbers between 20 to 30. These are also countable. ठीक है? कुछ ही numbers हैं जो इसके बीच में हैं. So first 5 prime numbers. This is also finite set. First 5 prime numbers. ठीक है? So मोहित आपको example देना चाहते हैं finite set की? Any example?
Ma'am, finite key and finite key.
Finite की.
Ma'am, it could be like ma'am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 जो भी. ठीक है? This is also a set of finite. This is also a finite set. ठीक है? So primary colors I have written. Primary colors, secondary colors, tertiary colors, they are also finite set. But what are the examples of infinite set when the number of elements are unlimited?
Natural numbers, all the
Natural numbers. Very good.
Yes.
Unlimited
Ma'am,
numbers.
how many stars are there in the sky? We can't count them.
Very good. So stars, number of stars in the sky.
Natural
We
numbers.
cannot. Natural numbers.
Ma'am, prime numbers in the like whole.
That's right.
Numbers.
So
Composite
natural numbers, composite numbers. That's right. So natural numbers, composite number. Achha, this is also very interesting, this fact. If somebody asks you, what about colors in the universe? So do you think, yeah, they are finite or they are infinite colors, you know? Colors in the universe. So this is infinite set. If we say primary colors, tertiary colors, जो भी secondary colors, they are finite. But अगर हम कहें colors in the universe, so these are unlimited, you know? This is very interesting. So you can see many colors with your eyes. आपने अक्सर note किया है कि when you see a scene with your eyes और आप देखते हैं उसमें कितने colors and the sky is even having so many colors. But when you capture it with your phone, so you cannot find so many colors in the picture, right? So it is said, maybe it is written in the book also. So even the best camera in the universe cannot capture the colors you see with your eyes. You know, ये अल्लाह की हमारे ऊपर एक blessing है कि हम अपनी आंखों से जितने colors देख सकते हैं ना. So our eyes are basically the best camera in the universe. अभी तक जो बेस्ट कैमरा ना सबसे अच्छा सबसे महंगा वो भी इतने कलर्स नहीं देख सकता जितने हम अपनी आंखों से देखते हैं. ठीक है? सो और ये बहुत ही मजे की बात है जब आप कंप्यूटर में कलर्स को सेव करते हैं ना तो यूज आपने अक्सर देखा होगा वर्ड में एक आपके पास एक खुल जाता है पूरा कलर्स का पैलेट और आपने मसलन पर्पल जैसे ये देखें शायद मेरे पास हो जैसे देखें अगर मैंने ये कलर चूज करना है फॉर एग्जांपल दिस वन नहीं इसमें आई थिंक इतने कलर्स नहीं है लेकिन इसके अंदर है पीडीएफ में अगर फॉर एग्जांपल ये मैंने कलर चूज करना है तो इस कलर के अंदर बहुत ज्यादा वेरिएशंस है देखिए यू कैन सी Can you see below red? अब ये red color है, लेकिन I can pick any of this color. I can light it, I can dark it. You know, you can see. So ये आपके पास variation है इस color, इस एक color की. तो असल में दुनिया में इतने ज़्यादा colors हैं and they are all formed with the mixing of 3 colors जो basic आपके primary colors हैं. So इसलिए अगर आपको थोड़ा सा शायद अजीब लगे, लेकिन the colors in the universe are having infinite set. You cannot list them down. ठीक है? So I hope this is clear. So now there is very interesting set जो हम बहुत सारा use करेंगे. It is called universal set. Universal set. So what is a universal set? अच्छा यूनिवर्सल सेट को ना अक्सर हम यू से डिनोट करते हैं बाज़ औक़ात हम इस तरह का एक स्पेशल कैरेक्टर यूज करते हैं दिस इज शोइंग यूनिवर्सल सेट ठीक है अच्छा अब ये बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीज है कि यूनिवर्सल सेट क्या है वैसे नाम से क्या लग रहा है आप लोगों को व्हाट इज यूनिवर्सल सेट यूनिवर्सल सेट what would be this universal
like
set
most common like most used overall set.
All right. What do you think, Abdish? What is a universal set? Like universal word निकला universe से.
And the things from universe.
अगर ये यूनिवर्स से निकला है इसका मतलब जैसे हम कहते हैं ना हमारे लिए सबसे बड़ी चीज क्या है लाइक व्हाट इज द बिगेस्ट थिंग वी कैन थिंक ऑफ कि हमारा सबसे बड़ी चीज क्या है हमारे नजदीक हम कहेंगे यूनिवर्स जैसे हम कहते हैं अल्लाह ताला ने ये दुनिया बनाई यूनिवर्स बनाई है क्योंकि यही हमारी सबसे बड़ी हमारे नजदीक सबसे बड़ी चीज क्या है यूनिवर्स है बियॉन्ड इट हमें कुछ पता नहीं है कि क्या है तो हम कहते हैं यूनिवर्स बनाई है पूरी दुनिया अल्लाह ने बना दी तो यूनिवर्सल सेट इज द बिगेस्ट सेट ठीक है तो द लार्जेस्ट सेट बिगेस्ट और द लार्जेस्ट सेट लेकिन एक मजे की बात यह है इन दैट कॉन्टेक्स्ट ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात है कि उस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में कौन सी सबसे बड़ी चीज है, ठीक है, सबसे बड़ा सेट क्या है उस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में। अब कॉन्टेक्स्ट से क्या मुराद है, उस क्वेश्चन में, उस सिनेरियो में, ठीक है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर एक सिनेरियो है, यूनिवर्सल सेट है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक मैं सिंपलेस्ट एग्जाम्पल देती हूँ, सिटीज ऑफ पाकिस्तान। अब देखो सिटीज ऑफ पाकिस्तान का मतलब पूरी दुनिया तो नहीं है ना, क्योंकि दुनिया से, पाकिस्तान से बाहर भी तो दुनिया। लेकिन सिटीज ऑफ पाकिस्तान को जब हमने कह दिया यूनिवर्सल सेट, सो इट इज द बिगेस्ट सेट इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट। जो हमारा क्वेश्चन है उसके अंदर सबसे बड़ा सेट यही है, सिटीज ऑफ पाकिस्तान। सो हम पाकिस्तान से बाहर तो जा ही नहीं सकते। जैसे हम वेन डायग्राम बनाते हैं ना, तो हम वेन डायग्राम में ये रेक्टेंगल बनाते हैं। यू आर फेमिलियर विद वेन डायग्राम? वेन डायग्राम तो हम बचपन से बनाते आ रहे हैं। आर यू फेमिलियर विद वेन डायग्राम?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
यस। सो वेन डायग्राम का ये जो रेक्टेंगल है ना, ये आपकी यूनिवर्सल सेट है। यानी इसके बाहर हम यूं नहीं कर सकते कि ये यूनिवर्सल सेट है तो हम सर्कल जब बनाते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल दिस इज सेट ए, so this set is inside that rectangle, क्योंकि ये यूनिवर्स है उस क्वेश्चन की, इससे बियॉन्ड नहीं जा सकता वो, ठीक है। अब जैसे मैंने कहा इट इज सिटीज ऑफ पाकिस्तान, ठीक है। सो अब इसी के अंदर ही रहना है, अब ये नहीं करना कि बाहर से कोई और कोई सिटी, वो जो बाहर की सिटीज है, सिटीज ऑफ इंडिया फॉर एग्जाम्पल, वो यहाँ पे है, वो इस सेट के अंदर है ही नहीं, उस क्वेश्चन में इंक्लूडेड ही नहीं है, ठीक है। यहाँ पे फॉर एग्जाम्पल बांग्लादेश, चाइना है, ये अब हमने ये इस रेक्टेंगल के बाहर चली गई है, ये हमारे कॉन्टेक्स्ट के अंदर ही नहीं, हमारे सिनेरियो में ही नहीं है, ठीक है। तो यूनिवर्सल सेट वो सबसे बड़ा सेट होता है जो उस क्वेश्चन में डिफाइन होता है, उस सेट के बाहर आपने जाना ही नहीं। अगर फॉर एग्जांपल यूनिवर्सल सेट है फर्स्ट 10 नेचुरल नंबर्स, तो इसका मतलब है आपकी दुनिया ही उधर खत्म हो गई है 1 से 10 तक, आप 11 को तो सोचेंगे ही नहीं। Are you getting the point? So this is very interesting. When universal set is defined, you cannot go beyond it, ठीक है, because that universal set का मतलब यही है कि वो आपके लिए, उस क्वेश्चन के लिए वो आपकी पूरी दुनिया बन गई है, ठीक है। अगर आपको फॉर एग्जांपल, अब मैं आपको एक मैथमेटिकल अगर एग्जांपल दूं, इफ द यूनिवर्सल सेट इज first 10 natural numbers. Now this is very interesting. First 10 natural numbers, right? So अब अगर आपका set A है prime numbers, so what are the elements of set A? Set A के elements क्या होंगे?
Two,
क्या elements होंगे? 2,
1,
three,
नहीं not 1, 2, 3,
5,
4, 5, 6, 7,
7.
8, 9.
5, 7, ठीक है। So should I write 11?
No, ma'am.
No. अब ऑल जो प्राइम नंबर्स जो हैं, अगर यूनिवर्सल सेट ना होता तो प्राइम नंबर्स इनफाइनाइट सेट है, ऐसा ही है ना। लेकिन बिकॉज दिस इज डिफाइंड, तो हम उससे आगे जा ही नहीं सकते। आर यू गेटिंग दिस पॉइंट? कि यूनिवर्सल सेट अगर 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 है, तो अब ये यूनिवर्सल सेट इज द biggest set in this question. अब prime numbers are not infinite because of this universal set. Now we cannot go beyond the boundaries of this set, ठीक है। अगर set B है multiples of 3, देखो वैसे तो multiples of 3 infinite set है, लेकिन because there is an universal set, तो हम क्या elements लिखेंगे multiple of 3? क्या elements आएंगे? 3,
9,
6 and 9,
9.
ठीक है। No more 3 dots, no more infinity sign, ठीक है, because this is the set we need to, this is the biggest set in the context, इससे बाहर हम नहीं सोच सकते, ठीक है। Are you getting the point? Is it clear? और बहुत
Yes,
से लोग
ma'am.
ये गलती करते हैं, बहुत से स्टूडेंट्स इवन इन ग्रेड 8, इवन इन सीनियर क्लासेस, वो ये सोचते हैं कि ये इनफाइनाइट है अभी भी, बिकॉज प्राइम नंबर्स इज या मल्टीपल ऑफ 3 ये इनफाइनाइट सेट है, लेकिन बिकॉज द यूनिवर्सल सेट इज डिफाइंड नाउ दे आर नो मोर इनफाइनाइट, ठीक है। सो आई होप दिस इज क्लियर टिल दिस पॉइंट, द टाइप्स ऑफ सेट्स।
Yes, ma'am.
मोहित, अब्रिश और जैनब तो दे आर पार्टिसिपेटिंग ऑल द टाइम। मोहित आपकी मुझे आवाज नहीं आती बिल्कुल भी ना। So let me show you the symbol they have used and then we will just finish it, ठीक है। कल हम यहाँ से करेंगे। Let me just show you the symbol of universal set. कल हम इस सब को डिस्कस करेंगे। There is a lot in this topic. बहुत सारे questions हैं, बहुत सारे concepts हैं actually. Although ये छोटे से 2 topics हैं, लेकिन इनके अंदर there is a lot to discuss. Let me show you the, बल्कि we were having that symbol. Oh ये, can you see this? This set. क्या आपको नजर आ रहा है? Set.
Yes,
This is
ma'am.
the symbol, right? This is the symbol we use. In some books, they are using U also, but this is the symbol of universal set. Okay? So universal set is the biggest set in that question. Okay? So in that scenario, the biggest thing we can think of. So there was a lot to digest. I know बहुत ज़्यादा नए concept थे. So, but I hope that when we will discuss questions, when we will keep revising these concepts, so you will be able to understand them better. All right, Bete? So any question, any comment?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am.
I think it's easy.